That's a good burger. This video is going to be a little sloppy. This video is dedicated to my buddy, the Turkish Nightmare, who loved burgers and forehands. This dude loved burgers. He loved forehands. I have coached thousands of students, adults, kids, all kinds. This boy came from Turkey to see me. 11 years old, pint-sized guy. Had one of the biggest forehands I had ever seen. It was amazing. And today, I'm going to point out 7 things that he did to crush forehands, hit big topspin, big power. You're going to learn a lot. Let's get started. I'm going to continue eating my burger. That's good. Okay, so before we get into these 7 tips I'm going to give you that the Turkish Nightmare did to have an awesome forehand, let me give you a little background. How did the Turkish Nightmare and I hook up? This boy, he's I think number 2 or 3 in Turkey right now, 11 years old, just turned 11, a phenomenal player. His mom, also a passionate player, started to try and learn tennis online. She found me, she started showing all the videos to her son, NK, and now this kid is amazing. And she claims most of the development actually came from online instruction, specifically my videos. So huge honor for them to come all the way from Turkey to train with me. And when I saw this kid's forehand, I was extremely impressed. And so I want to show you what he's doing on his forehand and how it can help you. The number 1 thing that you're going to need to do is move your feet. Now this boy NK has a big forehand, but his forehand was not firing on all cylinders. Sometimes it's inconsistent, sometimes he wasn't getting enough power on it because he was not moving his feet. But by the final day, this video I'm showing you, he's moving his feet. He's in the boxer shuffle. He's moving beautifully. He's hitting beautifully. And so you want to make sure you're moving your feet. Otherwise, it's not going to allow your big forehand to get in position to hit. Number 2 is you got to load. Watch this kid NK's load. Look how deep he gets his legs into the ball, ready to explode. And here's a bonus thing you can do. If you are balanced enough, you can actually jump into the forehand like you see him jumping. Now, how do you know if you should be jumping in your forehand or not? I compare it to basketball. When you're new at basketball and maybe not the best basketball player, you should stay on the ground and shoot your layups. You shouldn't jump. You're going to lose balance, you're going to lose control. But if you're Steph Curry or LeBron James, somebody like that, it makes more sense to jump and do a layup, and you're actually just as balanced and you're going to make a lot more and you're going to be more consistent. It's more impressive. Well, if you have balance and you can jump into the ball, really load up your kinetic chain, put all the energy in there, you're going to hit a bigger ball, you're going to be just more flowing in your game, more dynamic, hit more winners. So it's okay to jump if you've got the balance. So take a look at him jumping. The number 3 thing you need to do to develop a Turkish Nightmare forehand is you gotta get the power position down. Now look at NK's power position. You can see by the way he's set up, and he's got his arm back there, that he's ready to strike. His wrist is in that power position, and it's almost like jacksock or curious-like. There's a couple of different ways people are getting set, like Roger Federer, or like some of these other pros. It doesn't matter which one you pick, but they're both set up for tremendous power. Take a look at how he gets his racket back and how he's able to go from there and hit tremendous power. So you want to get yourself in a power position setup, which for him is basically setting that racket back in here and actually flexed in a little bit, and then he whips right out of there. The number 4 ingredient you're going to need to have a Turkish Nightmare forehand is you've got to be relaxed. Now this is one of the things that I struggle with. Rick Macy told me I got to work on 5 things. That's to relax, 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 and relax. What I noticed is NK, his grip was not sweaty or anything, but he hit all these forehands and they kept flying out of his racket. Watch this. As he hits, the racket actually flies out of his hands and his grip was not even wet. It's just that he holds it that loose, that relaxed to create all that racket head speed. Okay, so Turkish Nightmare ingredient number 5 is spin. For NK to be able to accelerate, swing out freely, and have the ball still go in, he has to have a concept, a mastery of topspin, which he did. You can see these balls, they're going through the court, but they also have the rotation pulling it down on the other side. This allows him to swing as fast as he wants, and the ball still goes in. This might be my most enjoyable video I've ever made, to eat this hamburger. So the number 6 ingredient to making a Turkish Nightmare Forehand is the Andre Agassi 6-inch rule. Andre Agassi said when he was a kid, one of the best tips he ever got was to focus on staying in the contact zone for 6 inches. 3 inches before you hit and 3 inches after you hit. And you can see that NK does the same thing, and this enables him to line drive his shots. Even though he's got spin on it, it's going straight through the court like a bullet right after his target. Last but not least is the shoulder roll reversal on the forehand. This is a big one to get extra rotation on the ball. What you will notice is that the rolls reverse when NK hits his forehand. When the Turkish Nightmare hits his forehand, he's got his lead shoulder, and then by the time he's done, that lead shoulder becomes the back shoulder, and the back shoulder becomes the front shoulder. This enables you to really make sure that you swing through the ball, you let it all into the shot, and you notice that NK on every single one of these forehands is doing that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to make your own Turkish Nightmare Forehand. It was an honor teaching this young man, so rewarding. And if you want to have a Turkish Nightmare Forehand just like NK does, I think ingredient number 5 is the most important one to have, and that's topspin. The topspin is going to allow you to do a lot of the other things that we talked about, the 6-inch rule with confidence, get in the power position, be relaxed, being able to turn the shoulders and roll reverse them. Enable you to basically go for your shots. Spin keeps the ball in, and it grows confidence. So what I have for you is a no-fail topspin drill that you can sign up for right now. I'm going to play a preview, and if you like the preview and it makes sense to you, sign up and you'll get this drill. Everybody who goes through this is able to feel topspin right away, which is so important. The ability to feel spin is huge. So here comes a preview. If you like this video also, please give this video a thumbs up. Give the Turkish Nightmare a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more of my future videos. Comment, and don't forget to ding the notification bell, because YouTube might not show you my videos unless you're ding that bell. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching signing off. Check out the preview, and I look forward to seeing you on future videos. Hey, stop there. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and today I want to give you a modern tennis makeover on the forehand. I've got a 5-part free training series that is going to cure most of the problems I see from recreational players over the age of 40. Most recreational players lack the desired spin, power, and control they want because of inferior, outdated stroke technique. Funky grips, poor setup, and incorrect swing pass are killing your forehand. Sign up for my free 5-part series, Modern Tennis Makeover, and start building a better forehand instantly by watching my first video on core power, which I promise is going to be an eye-opening experience. In video 2, watch one of the biggest changes that's happened on the professional tour in the last 7 years, used by your favorite pros, Djokovic, Federer, Murray, Nadal, and it's used to dramatically shorten the swing cycle, yet increase racket head speed and power on the ball. In video 3, I'm going to show you how to absolutely murder your approach shot. In video 4, I'm going to show you why not only learning a swing volley is a costly mistake, but I'm also going to show you how and when to use it. Finally, in video 5, I'm going to show you a disguised topspin lob that's going to have your opponents walking on eggshells every time they approach the net against you. I promise fun, enjoyment, and improvement, or your money back. Guys, it's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose and a modern forehand to gain. So click here to start training instantly and watch the first video on core power right now. We'll see you inside the free training series.